I think this is going to be a first and probably a last in any fresh takes I ever do. We are stopping a recording session because I literally cannot cry anymore today.
Yeah,
I can't.
that got to me, and it takes a lot for something to like make me hysterical cry. So I'm like, nope, I can't do it.
We've I've touched on things before in different reviews and other things, and how I've said I'm very close with my surrogate dad because I didn't have a very good relationship with my actual dad. I'm gonna start crying again. So I am incredibly close with my mom. She is my best friend and always will be. And knowing full well when this episode started that kid was not leaving this episode with her mom, and that I thought that whole time that she was writing her will. But the second she got that birthday letter, I was done. I was gone. I was crying already, but I couldn't even look at the fucking screen anymore. I was crying so hard.
Same. Once Aaron like knew like I know like you're going to die and leave me alone. That was it. I was like, I know where this is going.
Mm-hmm.
That what got me. I was like, then once that when we found out like the letters are like every year she gets one for her birthday, and then when Violet broke the whole time, like this is a trigger for Violet, and I was like, I can't handle this.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. I wrote notes about something. Oh my god. Okay. So, Dad, a little bit of levity. I genuinely laughed pretty hard out loud when Violet had to explain what would happen with the tea because the kid literally thought she was a doll. Oh.
And once he touched Violet's face, like, wait, hold up, it's war.
I'm glad there was a little bit of levity to this episode because the rest of it is pretty heavy.
That whole episode just goes from that kid hating Violet. She's stealing like moments from her mom, and then doing her best to get what little of a mom she can out of Violet because she knows that she's not going to have it with her mom, and screaming at her to let her be in there when she reads the letters.
Like, so as to be in the same room with her mom.
And they could not have gotten a cuter kid.
Seriously.
I know I want to put more commentary on this, but oh my good lord.
We're too sad.
I was warned that this is what was going to happen. By like the end of this series, we would all just be emotional wrecks.
Yeah, but we didn't suspect this shit.
We have 3 more episodes left without the OVA and the movies.
I'm not mentally prepared.
I'm going to be a dried out husk on the floor by the time this is done.
If the next episode isn't wholesome, I will complain to you because this is your recommendation.
Anyway, so again, I thought this whole time that she was writing out her will because obviously she was dying. You don't start out the episode with the parent in the bed without her not making it out of this episode. And this is one of the first things where like Violet didn't learn a lesson. She just was there for someone because Violet, it's almost weird to say, is kind of fixed at this point. Which I don't know where the series is going now. If it's Violet figured her crap out now and we're just going to see out of the last 3 episodes how much we can make people cry. Because you succeeded. Good job. You can hang it up. You don't need the last 3 at all. This literally almost killed me.
I'm trying to think.
And to the degree of she wanted a week with her to write letters, to have that kid get preoccupied, I thought it could not be sad enough. You see this kid growing up, having kids. And first of all, you see the kid moving out because she could not live in that house. And then you see them growing up, you see them having kids, and the thing that almost made me inconsolable, that I almost was gonna tell you guys I could not record about this, was when Violet revealed that they had written letters up to this kid's 50th birthday.
Yeah.
50 letters. That is. What I'll say is that this episode, if you want to argue that the last episode kind of played like a series finale, I have a feeling the next couple episodes are going to be structured kind of like the Mad Max sequels, where it's just Violet kind of helping other people, even though her arc is kind of complete.
This is, oh boy, could I not go for a farther pull that is nothing close to this. Darling in the Franxx. The main characters are this guy Hero and this other pilot 02. Her plot development is done at like episode 12, and I believe that show is 26 episodes long. And they're the main 2 characters of the entire show. And the entire thing is just about how those 2 look at other people. And it's like, I don't know how you keep going on this, where it's like she's consoled with the Major being gone. And now she's just writing letters for the company. Like, are you going to have a rewind bounce back where we find out that he's alive now?
I mean, with this episode, it ties into like someone like went through like a similar experience, like losing someone, feeling like they can't move on. Like, what am I going to do? You're going to leave me alone. So I felt like it was triggering for her, but like she probably needed to like that moment to know like, hey, you've been through this. You can use your experience to help people in the same.
Yeah.
It must have been cathartic to write all of those letters for Anne, just so she has a little piece of her mother to carry with her throughout all these years.
Yeah.
It is, and it very much for her felt like she was getting to be the Major for someone else. To where she got to help write that and be that condolencing and have memories of that person. Like, she doesn't have things left to hold on from him because they don't even have a body. Do you guys have anything else? I got nothing. I am dead weight in a chair. if I was not supported, I would have kept crying. If I know I didn't have to record, if I didn't have to sit in this chair, turn that light on, and turn that camera on, I would have continued crying, and I would have called Crow and told him to fuck off because he's another person that told me to watch this.
I'm telling you, if the next episode makes me cry, I'm going after you. Because this was your fucking idea.
Him. He's the one that wanted to do this.
Like the last time I cried at
take
an
full
anime was like
responsibility.
JoJo Part 3 was the last time I cried at an anime. So like,
Oh, I bawled like a baby at the end of Madoka. I won't even have like spoilers if you haven't seen Madoka. When all that crap goes down and Nui Harume is going through the school and like all that and just trying to remember the little bit she has of Madoka and like their little brothers drawing her in the sand and like she's like, oh, those bows look beautiful. If I had a daughter, I'd want something like that. And just
yeah.
How oh I didn't watch any more Seraph between this and the last recording. I need to see dumb, stupid action to get this out of my brain.
Yeah, you need you need
I watched Seraph
visual
for the end, so
medicine.
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna smile and nod.
Like, I partially even know how Seraph ends because Crow was like, it gets cliffhangered because they didn't finish writing it because it gets as much written about it as much as Attack on Titan did for a hot minute, so it's not even finished. So I can't even read the manga because it's not done.
Yeah, the manga's still ongoing, if I'm not mistaken. We don't know anything about season 2 for that anime.
Okay, I'm going to ramble because I'm trying my best not to keep crying because I have the picture of that kid and everything on that screen now. And I just might go.
Twitter at Captain K42, quick thoughts on letterbox.com/CoachK42, all the various Facebook groups, blah, 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 Renegade Pop Culture on Twitter and Facebook. I've read Pop Culture.
You know it's not like he's on the shit list.
You can find me, find us on Podchaser, find us on the Banana Meter, our YouTube channel. Listen to all
You both live in the same state. You got to worry about her.
Listen to all of our podcasts on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, etc. And last but not least, everything can be found at renegadepopculture.com. Need an escape? So do we.
So, Masao, where can you be found outside of Mike's front door?
You can find me on Twitter at Keep110028. And if you don't see him next time, you guys know why.
Him. I spared it. We would have watched this before. We would have watched this a series earlier because this was supposed to happen before Akame.
Oh my god.
And I was like, I really got to watch this. He's like, we have to do Violet next. I'm like, okay, let's try some more. You can find me everywhere at Organoid Zero. Bye.